My name is Dan Clayton. I'm the Director of Strategy and Knowledge Management for the University of Texas System. Strategic planning is a really big process. If you look at the business world, some Fortune 500 companies can spend months, with top people focused on a strategic plan. So I wouldn't say that any one or two or three auditor shops should be going through a strategic planning process. It's much more simple than that. Strategic initiatives, though, that you can achieve on a realistic scale in a smaller shop would just be formalization. Take the time to not lose things you're already doing. Set out standards. For example, you spend a lot of time researching an individual audit and a lot of things that you capture during the risk assessment process, but many times you're one auditor and then another auditor comes along maybe with a different kind of audit, but they're researching the same area. So if you define templates like a background research document, and then everybody contributes to that one template as they get into that area, you don't lose your research and you're starting to collect and aggregate and build on yourself, and all of your activities are building forward. That can be done with a one-person shop, and that's a simple strategic initiative to, over time, it takes much more time, but over time develop tools. Now that same concept can apply to the way that you provide risk information to governance and management. If you have defined, for example, a standard set of organizational terms and you use it in the risk assessment and you use it in the audit process, then every time you identify a risk, you tag it with that. Over time, you start collecting these buckets full of information that build on themselves, and it enables you to start providing a higher level of risk analysis, maybe without having the higher level of manpower in that shop. But I will come back and just say that it is worth the time to formalize, to go through the process of formalizing a strategy, especially if you're a medium-sized or a big-sized function. If you don't do it, you really can't find a destination. And if you're going all over the map, we tend to just gravitate back to that minimum expectation that's written into the regulation and the standards, and it's what people expect of us. And that's all we tend to become as a function. Individually we can succeed and do more, but the function really can't get there without that formal plan.